Good question. Good question. All right. The question is from this user is what is grief? And I think I want to go a little bit deeper into this concept just to give you some, you know me, I always got to give you something to think about. If you look at the definition of grief, which I pulled it up, let's see. It says deep sorrow, especially that caused by someone's death. Let's see. There was another one I saw too, but that one's a noun. And if you look up all of the words, it says similar: sorrow, misery, sadness, anguish, pain, distress, agony, torment, affliction, suffering, heartache, heartbreak, dejection, despair, angst. I can keep going on and on. If I were to make grief a person, if grief was a person, right, personify it a little bit, if I were to talk about grief and tell you guys what it is, I would honestly tell you that I understood it from a surface level up until the point to where my son died. And now I can say that I've become one with grief at one point in time in my life. And that feeling of, because you guys have to think about it, everything is on a spiritual, vibrational level. Whether you want to acknowledge it or not doesn't really matter. It's there. So things can come to affect you. And the moment my son died in 2021, the moment my son passed away, me and grief had met right then and there in the blink of an eye. The moment I felt my son leave my body, I said hello to grief. And at that moment, I knew that I was going to have to learn a new dance and understand, I'm not saying I'm giving into grief. I'm not saying that I to totally ignore it. What I'm saying is it's a dance. And out of respect, you got to go through the stages. You know what I'm saying? So grief to me is a spiritual entity, a spiritual being, and it's here to do its job. And so our job is inner enlightenment and self-development and understanding who we are. And I think the experience with grief has taught me that we are just here to do just that, experience. So grief to me just has so much more of a meaning, and I am super excited to share it with the world. I think I'm finally ready to share it with the world. So that's a good question. Thank you for asking that.